Hello there, and welcome back again. Glad you could join me for a walk in the woods. And as is often the case in life as well, the more interesting things we'll find off the beaten path.
People come here for many reasons. They want to ask me questions about the future. But I can see the future. So it is the past that interests me. If you want to find my house, you must answer the questions I ask of you. Does death bring peace or suffering? Would you prefer anonymity over notoriety? Do you feel victory when your words cause pain? Do you take that which you know you will not return? Is betrayal caused by inequality or injustice? Does sin come from the heart or the mind?
We came looking for answers, but we're only met with more questions. Perhaps the story will elucidate things. A beautiful woman sat by a river. A witch approached and told the woman she was to have a child. The woman began to cry with joy, but the joy turned to fear, and she could not stop crying. Fear turned to sadness. The woman continued to cry. She cried for months, hardly sleeping, until the child was born. But the crying had aged the woman, and she was no longer beautiful. When he was old enough, her son climbed the mountain to find the home of the witch. He asked her if she could make his mother beautiful again. The witch asked the boy many questions. After hearing the answers, the witch told the boy she had lied to the mother about her child. The boy disappeared, and the mother was beautiful again. And on the back, that looks like to be an early version of the same story. The words are largely the same.
Ethan, the point of life is not to rock the boat. Just try to get along. Stop living in your head. Do something real. That's what people respond to. Reality.
Well, that's rational advice, but also rather dreary. There's lots of good stuff in people's heads. Stories, memories, hope. Ethan, honey, I'm sorry I yelled at you. I want you to keep this note and read it every time I lose my temper. I don't mean it. And I know I got a snake's tongue. You're my little guy, my precious bean. You just gotta pull your head out of them clouds, okay? Love, Mum. It's nice to find a little note like that to nuance the rather depressing story that Ethan came up with. And apart from learning that Ethan's mother is apparently called Missy, I am also learning that I'm hopelessly lost in the woods. I think I saw that tower earlier, just before we headed off into the woods. Well, that might be a nice direction to head into. Looks like we're already stumbling upon a graveyard. And part of a new puzzle, it seems. Doesn't seem to be anything else around here apart from the bloodstain. I guess we need to explore a little bit further first. Ruhe in Frieden. That's basically German for rest in peace. Hier ruhen in Gott, meine liebe Frau Thusnelda Schöneberg, geborene Dams, and then followed by a year and a Bible quote. Translated, that means something like, "Here rests with God my dear wife Tusnella Schöneberg, whose birth name was Dams." There doesn't seem to be anything else out here, so let's enter the church. Looks like someone was trying to head up the stairs, fell through them, and then ended up leaving a broken lamp behind. Well, if the last chronology puzzle was any indication, then I'm guessing we need to put that lamp in the right spot before we can proceed. But we'll have to explore a bit more first. I really like how this church was designed. As with a lot of other things in the game, this church actually exists in real life, and was transposed into the game by making a whole damn lot of photographs of it. Over there is probably the graveyard we came from, and then there's the church's tower, which says that it's 7 o'clock still. And then this is an area full of crypts. Well, I'm guessing we're certain to find something here at least. Ah, yes. Looks like we need to find some sort of a knife or a dagger. Well, let me just... there it was. But I don't think I need a vision of that. It seems to be somewhere over there. But before we go there, let's inspect this first. Well, that doesn't seem to tell us very much, except that somebody seems to be trying to wall up this crypt. And then there's this here. A lever, but that doesn't seem to do anything. Ah, it is missing a crow? Ah, looks like I missed that, next to one of the graves. Well, let's go and get that first then. Shouldn't be too difficult to find. Ah, this was the area with the bloodstain. And then over here, next to one of the graves, should be... there it is, a crow. Crows are quite a recurring theme in the game. Corvus, by the way, the name that was mentioned earlier in connection with the sleeper, is also Latin and means crow. Also, this, by the way, was the Vandergriff crypt, and it also reads Mors nos non avelit. I believe that means something like death shall not part us. And there's also something to the side over here. Well, that's a lot of names and words that I know absolutely nothing about, but it seems clear that crows are somehow important. Ah, this must be... yes, it looks like that must be the spot for the lamp. Burnt matches, oil cans, spilled oil. That's no mystery. And now that we have the crow, which needs to go down here, let's fix that as well. Oh. Well, that was to be expected, seeing as how we are working on another mystery. Here lies my beloved wife, Abbot Vandegrift Continuo Coiamus, until we are reunited, I think. And here lies someone else, stabbed with a sort of crow dagger. Seems like it was killed somewhere else. Well, we already can guess where that was. Over at the bloodstain. And then there is the dagger, which we need to fix over here. And with that, all the pieces are in place. And we can start the visualization process. And this looks like another one of those crow patterns. I think there was around 5 of those glowing orbs, so I'm guessing we need to put about 5 scenes in order. Well, let's start down there first, I think. I will alphabetize them again, and then we'll work our way upwards. Oh, looks like I'm starting with a dreary one, yes, well, to be expected. Let's see who we have here. That must be the mother, Missy, with a lamp and the knife. That looks like it is Chad, the potions master. And then we have a man in a suit, which means that must be Dad. Let's call this scene A. Which inevitably led to the death and incarceration in the crypt of Chad. Then we have, come on, these 2 scenes here. Scene B and C. Let's take a closer look at that. That's again Dad in his, oh, well, sort of a suit underneath the non-suit. Mum and Chad. Chad doesn't appear to be in his right mind, or either he's very unhappy about something, perhaps. Chad seems to be messed up here as well, but did this happen earlier or later than the last scene? Well, let's take a look over there and see whether that helps us solve this problem. Looks like there's 2 more scenes. Only 2 of our characters, Mum and Dad. She didn't have the lamp at this point yet. Let's call that scene D. And over here, the final scene, scene E. It looks like Missy was searching for something, or someone, and by now she seems to have also gotten the lamp to help her with that. And then there is also Travis, who only seems to appear in this scene. Well, that takes care of all the scenes, and all that remains to be done is to put them in the correct order. And, like last time, I'll leave it up to you. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you can join me again next time.